Hello, this is Future Bucket here. Apologize for the watermark on it. I was trying to remove it and it didn't work, and then I was trying to edit the video and it wouldn't work either, and it wouldn't go through again to produce. I don't know. It's all strange. So I apologize for that. It'll be in a way of a few things, but not too much. So sorry for it for being there, but for future videos, it won't be there. Thank you for your patience and enjoy the video.
Well, this is a long time coming. What is up, Buccaneers? It's Bucket of Baskets back for the first time in so freaking long. I don't even know the last time I did a video. My goodness. Well, let me go look that up for a second. July 4th, 2018. My goodness. It's been a year, over a year. Oh my god. What? 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 So then, oh my goodness. Okay, so to celebrate for that, yeah, that it's been a year. I'm gonna be making probably a few more videos for the summer. Since I got actually a new recording system, like a new camera that you see right there that you're looking at me through. That's the new thing that I got. I also got a new editing software for myself, so I'm able to make more videos. So hopefully I keep that up. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Everything's up in the air really for me. But I will let you know. I just got back from Europe. Woo, Europe! And so I'll be doing a video a little bit later about my trip, showing some pictures and stuff. I went to France, all of France really, and Barcelona, Spain. So I'll be sharing that with all of you in a bit of that journey. I'll be uploading a few videos for that. But now we're talking about Arsenal. If you're not a soccer fan or a football fan, for my European viewers, um, you don't really pay attention to this, and you probably won't even care. But you'll hear me rant, and that's a good thing, because you don't know what I'm like when I'm mad. Where should I start? Well, Arsenal for the longest time has been one of the biggest clubs in Europe. They come out of London. They're a very classy team, very tic tac, pass around kind of team. Very creative as well, and have been known to be one of the best teams of all time. But the thing is that as of recent, as an Arsenal fan, it's just expected for us to get fourth or fifth, really, because we're kind of going down the tank, really, because there's a bunch of new teams that weren't good in the beginning that now are. Mainly Manchester City and Tottenham. I hate them both. They have done a good job of money managing. They have bought players that will be not only futuristic but also new players that are a little bit older to give a leadership aspect to the team, and they've just been fantastic in recent years. Manchester City has won twice. The Premier League, the English Premier League, two times in a row. And then Tottenham just went to the Champions League final but lost to Liverpool. Liverpool is another old classy team too, so I kind of give them a little bit of slack. I hate them too. Thing with Arsenal is that that is what we're not good at, is spending. Us and Manchester United have been very bad in the last few years at spending smart rather than spending at all. Manchester United has so much money that they don't even know what to do with it, and usually they spend it on players that they don't need. And then with Arsenal's case, they don't have enough money because their owners, in this case now owner, just doesn't care whatsoever about the team that he owns. So far, this transfer season, every transfer season is an exciting time for all clubs because you get new players, you sign, you sell, and it's a lot of stuff, and it's actually very complicated to buy and sell players. Very complicated but exciting process. We sold Ospina, who is arguably our second best goalkeeper, to Napoli for like 5 million euros, around that. And so the amount of money that we spent on Martinelli and sold on Ospina had kind of balanced itself out. But here's the thing. Arsenal only has about 45 million pounds, which is about 50 million euros, to spend on this transfer window. Or for American viewers, about $52 million, 53, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know. I should look at that conversion later. Anyways, the point is that for a big club like Arsenal, that's not a lot of money. You may let me just rephrase that. It is a lot of money, but for a team that has worldwide renowned fans and supporters across the planet, that is nothing. And so what I am here to tell you about is just how terrible this has all been for us. Especially me as an Arsenal fan. I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans feel like this way too. As we go through this process, we've been... So I think I'm going to put on an Arsenal jersey. Just so then you can see just how passionate I am about my team. Just one moment. Hey. Alright, now that we're in the gear, let's get things into gear. So first off, what we're going to talk about is what players that have already been signed or are in links to be signed with Arsenal. So far we've had 3 signings. Gabriel Martinelli, who is this like small youth player from a small club in Brazil, and even though he looks promising, I think we'll need some more players and some more people to be around him, and build him up. Secondly, we got a really nice looking player of Ceballos. Ceballos comes from Real Madrid. He's on loan here to Arsenal for the year. We did not have an option to buy in the clause, but maybe afterwards, if Real Madrid for some reason start buying more midfielders, they won't need him, and hopefully we'll be able to purchase him if he plays good. Now, if he doesn't play good and it ends up being like another Dennis Suarez, well, next we have acquired Saliba from Saint-Étienne. He's a fantastic defender. I love the look at him. However, he has to be loaned back to Saint-Étienne on loan because he wants to continue his progression there for another year before heading off now to Arsenal. We are currently in links with several other players, the most likely of which of all of them is going to be Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney plays for Celtic. He is a fantastic looking player. We've been linked with him and trying to get him for the past few months. Haven't really got a bid in that was worthy for Celtic. But now I think that we're going to be basically just giving him their asking price of £25 million or $31 million. And hopefully this deal goes through. He looks fantastic. He is injured currently, so he'll have to go through some training and everything. But hopefully by at least October, November, he'll be okay. Next, we have Zaha. Now, Zaha is still linked, and he's been linked forever with Arsenal. We tried to put in a £40 million deal for him way back when. Crystal Palace, of course, denied that. The thing about Zaha is that his value, according to Crystal Palace, is between 80 to 100 million pounds. He is not worth that much. He is a fan. Don't get me wrong. Zaha is a fantastic player. Quick on the ball, light on his feet, great shot, great shooter. Just everything about him is amazing. But he's not worth that much. And so, but Arsenal has put in a bid of around 60 million, with Reece Nelson on loan as an extra incentive. However, they put in a lot of like money later kind of deal in it, and so I think Crystal Palace would be willing to hear it out if it's just a little bit more money, so around $75 million, with Reece Nelson as a temporary replacement on loan with Jenkinson one of our defenders, who I think we should offload anyways, because that would be perfect for them, as then they also get a defender after losing Wan-Bissaka to Manchester United. The final player that we're linked with is Everton Soares. Everton Soares is from a small team as well in Brazil, but he's been on the Brazil team. He looked fantastic in the Copa America. I would love to have him, but he's worth about $50 million, and I feel like that is also just too much. Yes, he is a great player. He looks phenomenal, great touches, shots, very creative, but as an attacker, he's not worth that much either. I say maybe $35 million at the maximum. I just I just don't see him being worth that much. And then that's about it right now, because the other players that we've been linked with have already been either bought by Arsenal or bought by another club. So now we go into more of the realm of who I think we should purchase. So before I get into who I think we should sign personally, let me talk about who I think we should sell. So earlier I talked about Jenkinson. Jenkinson, I don't understand him really. He has some moments where he's good, but he has other times where he's not. I feel like he would be better in a right mid position than a right back, but that's just me. I believe that though he should leave. He's been loaned out. He's been on the bench the entire time. He's just not a good player. We just need to offload him somehow, somewhere, and figure out what to do for the future. Secondly, I think we should definitely get rid of Koscielny. He's been very rebellious against Arsenal as of late, and I feel like it's his time just to get out and go. He's being linked to Rennes in France. As a Frenchman himself, he wants to go back to France. He feels like he needs to go home, and I think we should definitely give that to him. But he has 1 year left on his contract, and I feel like I don't want another repeat of Ramsey where we just give him off for free. And so this is the best route. We sell him now. Next is Iwobi. Now, hold your horses, Arsenal fans. Listen to me. Iwobi is a really great player. He really is. But he's not consistent enough. He needs to be a lot more down to earth. I just feel like sometimes when he plays, he doesn't actually do what he needs to do. He makes a lot of mistakes here and there. He's basically like an attacking Mustafi, in my opinion. And I feel like it would be best if we got rid of him and sold him to another team. And speaking of our worst player ever of all time, Mustafi. I can't stand that man anymore. He needs to go. I don't care how you get rid of him. Just get rid of him. I don't care what people pay for him. Honestly, at this point, $5 billion or more would be suffice for me. We just wasted $35 million on him several years ago, and he's been just terrible. His first season wasn't bad. He was pretty good his first season he came to Arsenal. After that, he's been absolute shit. Damn. And I just can't stand him anymore. He needs to go. The issue with everything that I've been saying is that 3 out of the 4 players I said that we should offload are defenders. And the thing is we need more defenders. So what do? That's why you buy defenders. Simple. Here is who we should 100% try to get. In any way possible. I do not believe what I've just seen! First of all, I think that we should go after actually Malcom. Now, instead of Everton or Zaha, instead of paying money for them, we should do a loan deal for Barcelona with Malcom. Malcom's a fantastic player. He's a Brazilian with great football and tic-tac skills. Great passer, great crosser. Everything about him is great. The only reason he's not playing for Barcelona regularly, is because they have already a lot of other players that play in his position, which is right wing. He could also play on the left wing or a striker position too, but he's more comfortable on the right. And I feel like we should definitely loan him for a season with an option to buy, so then we have the chance to probably get him if he performs well for us. He's around 22 years old. He's a fantastic player, and I definitely believe that we should go after Malcom. Jamal Lascelles is a 25-year-old who is 6'2" and about 183 pounds. He currently plays for Newcastle. He is priced around $18 million, and he is strictly a center defender. Why I think Arsenal should go after him? Well, he is a great in the air. He has a great air clearance. He has good ball clearance in general. He plays the ball very well. He traps very well, and he is great at passing through out to the wings. Um, Another good thing about him is that he is English, which would help out Arsenal because they need more English players, and he's decently young, so that would help out a lot. However, he is not really the greatest at tackling, which is especially on counterattacks, which Arsenal are terrible at defending. He would need to be trained a little bit better to make sure that those balls don't go through. The next player on our agenda would be Aaron Long. Aaron Long is a New York Red Bull defender who can also play left back as well. He is currently 26 years old. He is 6'1" and around 175, 180 pounds. He is a fantastic defender. Even Christian Pulisic, who now plays for Chelsea, still is wondering why Premier League clubs have not looked at him as a potential player in the Premier League. And so, with that, I feel like he is definitely able to go to Arsenal and perform at a decent level. Granted, he'll need some time to adapt to the Premier League, so I feel like it would be a great opportunity for him to come in and be a player that makes a difference here. He is a good clearance defender, just like the last one. He's good at blocking and amidst duels with other attacking players. He is just like Jamal, a little bit iffy when it comes to tackling, but I feel like with the right training, he would become a great asset to Arsenal. He is priced around $8 million, so you'll probably have to get around 10 to 12 to probably get him from the New York Red Bulls. The last defender I feel that Arsenal should sign is Lucas Martinez Cuarta. Now, Aaron Long and Cuarta are the two players I really want them to sign. Jamal, I feel like we should sign him only if we need that English player for the team. Other than that, I feel like this would be good enough. Cuarta is 23 years old. He is 165 pounds and about 5'11". He is currently valued around $5 million, but I feel like 8 to 10 million will probably be enough just to get him from River Plate. He is great in the air. He does really good passing through the middle or out wide. He likes to actually dribble a lot too, so he's a very collective person, as well as very concentrated and a good tackler, which is something that the other two did not have. His only weakness would be the Premier League. Now, the thing is that since Jamal had an experience in the Premier League, the United States is a little similar to it, but also different at the same time. Argentina is way vastly different than the English Premier League, and so I feel like we'll need to have time for him to adapt to our system here, there in England, before we could do anything in regards to him developing as a player. But I feel like he would be an absolute great player to have. He is strictly only a center back, but that is fine. That's okay. We need more of them anyway, so please, Arsenal, hear my prayers. That's gonna about do it. Ceballos, Saliba, welcome to Arsenal. Super happy to have both of you, and I'm super excited to see how you progress. Ceballos for this season, and then Saliba for next. And then Martinelli, good luck to you as well for our only other signing of the entire window until now. Good luck to you and your progression through Arsenal. And that's about it, everybody. So I'll be trying to keep up with all the things related to Arsenal from here on out. I really love the club. We're gonna do things every day, and I'm just it's so exciting. A few more videos coming up though. I am planning one related to my European trip, and that's going to be coming out hopefully maybe in the next month. Next month hopefully. As I compile the photos together, and then might just put just random like photos and videos together and call it good. And talk about it later. Another thing that I'm also thinking about doing is getting more involved with you guys. As I got a new recording software, like I said, I'm able to edit my videos a lot better now, and I'll think about what I need to do. Because for me, gaming was the start of my channel. It what brought up my channel. But I feel like I don't do it enough anymore, so I feel like there should be something else. And so we'll see what happens. I might just become just a everything channel. So whatever I come up with at the time, that's what I'm gonna do. But we'll see what happens. So thank you everybody for listening to me rant. Excited for what's coming up. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. See you later, Buccaneers.